Psalm chapter 17 is a lament from David, and it specifically talks about those who consider themselves unjustly accused of something that would be considered wrong or illegal. He says that despite being tested by God, he has avoided the ways of the violent. His steps have held fast to his paths, to God's paths. This psalm is also a prayer for vindication, so to right the wrong that he was accused of, and I guess to make that clear to his enemies. And just like a lot of these psalms, this psalm ends with a vote of confidence. It says in verse 15, which is the final verse, "As for me, I shall behold your face in righteousness. When I awake, I shall be satisfied with your likeness." Psalm chapter 18 is a royal psalm, and it celebrates the way that God had showed his love to his people by providing the Davidic monarchy. And not only providing this monarchy, but also by preserving David through all of the battles and all of the violence that he had to endure. It even says in the title that it is a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord, who addressed the words of this song to the Lord on the day when the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. Psalm chapter 19 talks about how perfect the law of the Lord is. And it also talks about how the heavens and all of creation speaks for the Lord. How we can see God's handiwork in everything that he has created in nature. Verses 6 and 7 of this psalm says, "Its rising is from the end of the heavens, and its circuit to the end of them. And there is nothing hidden from its heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple." It then goes on, let's see, in verse 12, "Who can discern his errors? Declare me innocent from hidden faults." The reason I chose to read those verses specifically is because if we go back to verse 6 again, "And there is nothing hidden from its heat," and then back to verse 12, "Declare me innocent from hidden faults," King David is making a comparison here, how nothing can hide from the heat of the sun, and we as human beings cannot hide from God's law, because God's law is perfect and true and tried and tested. If we don't abide by that law, then our lives are going to suffer because of that. Psalm chapter 20 is a royal psalm, and it is a prayer that God will give success to David, to King David, specifically in times of battle. Verse 1 says, "May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you." Verse 7 says, "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God."